Hello, folks. Welcome back to Horror Channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing another episode of Medium. And today I'm going to be reviewing the 16th episode of the third season called Whatever Possessed You. Whatever Possessed You, indeed. The episode was directed by Miguel Sandoval. And the episode was written by Robert Doherty. And the episode originally aired on March 28th, 2007. Wow, so this episode was directed by Miguel Sandoval, who happens to play one of the main characters in the show, right? He plays Manuel Davalos, the district attorney. That's fun. That's good to know. To know that a lot of characters in the show, actors, happen to direct episodes. That's pretty cool in my opinion. So this one was directed by Miguel Sandoval. Well, this episode, what could be said about it? Wow, I love this episode so much. And if you like scary movies, and especially the Exorcist kind of movies, I believe you're going to love this one because this one had a lot of similar elements to it. A lot of similar elements to The Exorcist, indeed. Why? Well, just look at the title. Whatever Possessed You. Doesn't it remind you about something? It should. It should remind you about the Exorcist movies. So, indeed, in this episode, there's a possession case. And, actually, I should perhaps start from the beginning. So, basically, a close friend of the district attorney happens to pass away and actually die in mysterious circumstances, apparently. So he's going to tell Allison. But Allison just happened to have a dream about a woman, a young woman who happens to be possessed, right? And basically, the bed was moving, it was floating in the air, actually. And at first, she believes that this dream is nothing more than just a regular dream, that there's not much to think about it. It's just any random dream because beds don't float, do they? But then later on, she finds out that her dream might have been really, like, accurate. And it seems that whoever this man was, he was pushed down the stairs after he was basically hit in the head, I believe, something like that. And basically, whatever it is, there's a lot to it, right? So basically, Allison and the district attorney, I believe it's mainly the district attorney in this episode, is going to be talking to the family since he's a close family friend and he knew this man who has died. I'm not going to tell you who died because I don't want to spoil the episode too much or anything. But they're going to find out that the woman, the woman I was telling you about, who happens to be married to this man who I believe is their daughter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, basically, apparently she's possessed, right? So they actually had an exorcist, a Catholic priest, I believe. They had him to perform an exorcism in order to basically get the demon out of her. But then something happened, and I'll let you find out for yourselves. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that this woman happens to be their daughter of this family, the grieving family. I'm pretty sure she was from the family. And yeah, she was a member of the family. And then she ended up being committed to some facility, a mental facility, kind of like an asylum. And she's pretty hysterical at some point. She starts screaming, she starts talking some bad language. And basically, she's very not right. And basically, she has that thing about candy. She always likes to basically eat candy for some reason, and apparently it makes her feel good. But there's something about it. I'll let you find out for yourselves what it is because I don't want to spoil the episode in any shape or form. But yeah, this might be relevant. So this is the main plot, basically the exorcism kind of plot. And is she really possessed? Is this something else? Does it only appear that she is possessed? Is it a cover-up? What the heck is going on? This is basically the main plot, and I'll leave it like that. Spoiler free, right? Because I don't want to spoil the episode. Why would I? So basically, that's pretty much it for the main plot. And then the side plot in this episode is basically Joe is going to go through a polygraph test. You know, those polygraph tests in which he has to speak the truth. Basically, he's being asked a few questions and he has to answer in the affirmative, or the negative. Affirmative, negative, yes or no answers. And basically, it has to do with a government project. So this government project requires him to do this. And basically, at some point, he's going to be asked a question about whether anybody could have access to, some critical information, basically, from about the company he's working at. Basically, some sensitive information is basically going to be shared with him and nobody can know about it, and he's being asked whether someone at his house could have access to it. And since his wife is a psychic, I'll let you find out for yourselves what is his answer and what happens after that and so on. But yeah, at some point she even makes a joke about Morse at the beginning, I believe. A joke about Morse. And basically there is something to it too. It's going to basically, start something indeed. So, I believe that's pretty much it for this episode, really. I think I summarized it. Alright, so basically the daughter is going to be kept in that facility and so on. And Allison and her friend, the district attorney, are going to try to figure out what happened, how it all went down. And there's something about the husband, too. Maybe he's hiding something. There's the priest. Wow, so many things in this episode. What an awesome episode, indeed. So, now let's move on to the characters. So basically, we have the main ones. Then we have Mimi Kennedy, who plays Helen Fitzpatrick. We have Robert Beltran, who plays Father Armando Avalor. Then we have Steve Kazee, who plays Michael Barlow, who I believe is the husband. Then we have Kate Levering, who plays Dr. Elizabeth Randall. Then we have Jenna Phillips, who plays Colleen Fitzpatrick Barlow. I was right, she's basically the daughter and the wife of this man, since she shares both last names. Since she shares both last names. Then we have Gary Becker, who plays Marcus Canty from Joe's Company, right? From Joe's Company. Then we have, so basically Gary Becker as Marcus Canty. Then we have Peter Birkenhead, who plays Lie Detector Administrator. Then Sandra McLean plays Nurse. And finally, Miranda Carabillo plays Marie. So those are the main ones. So basically I was right. You have the mother, the father, and basically, I'm not sure the father's in the picture, is he? Because I don't see him anywhere in here in the actors' names. I don't know. But basically you have the mother. Maybe the father has passed away. But I'm pretty sure he's in the episode. I don't remember. Don't take my word for it, right? I'm pretty sure the father was in the picture and the mother, but for some reason he hasn't been credited in there. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I don't remember about that. But basically, yeah, you have all these great characters. The mother, the daughter, and wife. And daughter/wife. And that was pretty awesome in my opinion. So yeah, Jenna Phillips is in the show, is in this episode at least. Jenna Phillips, who was in Jeepers Creepers. Wow, she was awesome in this episode. She was so great. I love her as an actress. She's so awesome in this episode. Awesome. She was really scary. And at some point, there's a very scary scene in which she's possessed. I'll let you find out for yourself. Something about her eyes and mouth. Wow, that was amazing. Amazing, very great special effects in this episode. Really scary. But yeah, Gina Phillips is my favorite character in this episode. She was awesome. Even Gary Becker, who was in Spider-Man, I believe, who plays Marcus Canty, was pretty great as Joe's colleague. I believe he's Joe's colleague or his boss. I'm pretty sure he's his boss, right? Because he's basically talking to him like a boss would talk to his employees, right? His employees. Yeah, is that the word, employees? I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, this is basically it, really. Jenna Phillips really did an awesome job. So did the others, but my favorite one would remain Jenna Phillips, and her husband also, Steve Kazee, who plays Michael Barlow, is pretty good. But Jenna Phillips is my favorite one from this episode. Also, Kate Levering, who plays Dr. Elizabeth Randall, was pretty great too. But yeah, my favorite one was Gina Phillips. Gina Phillips in this episode was awesome. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, exorcism, Joe going through the lie detector, the polygraph test, and so on. A lot of tension, a lot of great things. So many great things in this episode. I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. Possibly, heck, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Perfect score. 10 out of 10 for this episode. Perfect rating for me. 10 out of 10 for this episode. Loved it, especially thanks to Gina Phillips' amazing performance. 10 out of 10 for this episode called Whatever Possessed You. 10 out of 10 for this episode. What about for me? 10 out of 10. What about you, folks? What do you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below, as I would really love to hear about what you have to say on it. And I'll see you in the next review very soon, God willing, for another episode. Another episode review coming very soon, God willing. In the meantime, folks, stay safe. Goodbye. Take care. This whole channel for you signing off.